Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the least expensive brand new Hyundai you can purchase on the lot, the Hyundai Venue. And this one, as seen behind me, comes fully loaded for less than $25,000. So with the discontinuation of the Hyundai Accent back in 2022, that made the Hyundai Venue the cheapest brand new model you could purchase from your local dealership lot. Now rumors are actually swirling that this could be the last model year for the Hyundai Venue, and if true, that would make the Hyundai Elantra next in line for the cheapest brand new model you could purchase from your local dealership, because believe it or not, there is a $4,000 price difference between a Venue SE and the all-new Kona SE. Now changes for 2024 are extremely minimal for the Venue lineup. In fact, the only change here for this limited trim behind me is the fact that it gained 2 USB-C rear charge ports, and otherwise it is going to be identical as the 2023 models. But of course, if you want to know everything that changed, make sure to check out the dedicated video I have here on the channel, as well as all my other 2023 model year videos, because pretty much all those are going to be very relevant here for the 2024 model year as well. And finally, when it comes to pricing, the Venue Limited, as seen behind me, comes in at $24,385, including destination for this year, and that represents a $300 increase versus the 2023 models. But with all that information in mind, let's not waste any more time. Take a look at what this Venue Limited has to offer for just under $25,000. Now the Venue in front of us is finished in the Ecotronic Gray exterior with the black roof option, as well as the black two-tone leatherette and cloth interior. Now, Ecotronic Gray is found on many current Hyundai models in their lineup and is absolutely fantastic, especially here in the sunlight, because it has a ton of metallic flake in the paint. But anyways, as far as the exterior goes here on the Venue, it really hasn't changed from its introduction in the 2020 model year. So as you see it here in front of me, it pretty much looked identical, minus some minor color tweaks and packaging changes over the years, but it really didn't receive any major changes. So at the front end of the fully loaded Limited, this is where you're going to find things like the LED projector headlights with the LED daytime running lights. Your incandescent turn signals are still found in that upper housing right there. The Limited gets the nice silver accented lower trim with the gray accents on the front and rear bumpers, and you do have that small metallic strip in the middle of the matte black plastic at the very bottom. Now coming around to the side of the Venue, you're going to find the matte black plastic trim on the lower sections of the front and rear fenders, as well as the lower door panels. It's not as bold as that of the new Kona, because the new Kona has a ton of the black plastic trim on the exterior, but the Venue kind of minimizes that just a little bit and makes it a little bit more streamlined. Now coming to the wheels and tires, these are going to be the 17-inch alloy wheels found on the Limited trim, dark gray metallic / machine finish, and they're going to be 205/55 17-inch Nexen N-Perez AH2 all-season tires. One unique aspect of the Venue is going to be the turn signal integration here on the fenders, likely for the overseas variant, but that does maintain and carry over here to the US models as well. You have gloss black mirror caps with the gloss black roof, so it's kind of like the belt line and higher is going to be the gloss black accents. The Limited trim does get the heated mirrors, and it does have blind spot detection. You have the standard proximity entry on both of the front painted door handles, so no digital key or anything like that here on the Venue. And then up top you have the silver accented roof rails, so this can allow for a little bit of additional cargo on top if you do get the accessory kits and stuff like that from the aftermarket. Now, one thing you'll note is you do not find the tinted rear glass on the Venue, as that is not offered. That is actually not found on the base Kona SE either, but most of the other Hyundai SUVs do offer that tinted rear glass. But just note, if you're looking at a Venue, unfortunately that is not the case. Now coming out back, you do get the LED tail lamps, like I said, on the Limited with the incandescent turn signals, and the reverse lights are going to be found a little bit farther down on the rear bumper. Some nice textured elements finished in that dark gray trim, and then the bright silver at the very bottom of the rear bumper. The Venue is going to be accented in the white lettering with the chrome Hyundai logo, and then your rear backup camera is going to be found just above the license plate light a little bit farther down. But yeah, overall, pretty much a traditional small subcompact SUV, much smaller than the all-new Kona, in fact, and very similar in size to kind of the last generation Kona, which you can see over there in the background. But really do like this color with the two-tone black roof option. Looks fantastic. You can see all the sparkle here in the sunlight. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the window sticker so you guys know exactly how this one is equipped, and then we'll jump onto the interior. Now take a look at the window sticker. The Venue Limited comes pretty much fully loaded with everything that the Venue has to offer, minus the power sunroof, because that is only found on the SEL. But the Limited is going to add things like the 8-inch navigation touchscreen. You're going to get Blue Link Plus for 2024 models, which is free for the lifetime of the first owner. Wireless device charging, the LED projector headlights with LED tail lamps, the heated side mirrors, the 17-inch alloy wheels, etc. This one does have a few additional accessories on it, which brings the total MSRP to $24,935, including destination. So take a look on the interior. Like I mentioned, this one has the black interior option with the leatherette/cloth inserts. Starting out here on the door panel, you will find a soft touch material armrest, but up top is going to be the hard touch plastic insert. There's kind of the lighter accent stitching on the nice leatherette wrapped armrest. Power windows, mirrors, and locks with automatic driver's side window only. Nice dark gray metallic door handle pull with a good amount of lower door storage and a single bottle holder. This is just going to have a standard 6-speaker audio system. They made that standard across the board for 2024. Coming to the driver's seat, this is going to be a 6-way manual driver's seat, so it does have height adjustment. You can see a little bit of additional white accent piping and stitching on the backrest portion, and the leatherette kind of goes around the border of the seats as well as the headrest. And there's a quick look at the dashboard. Here on the interior of the Venue Limited, this is going to be a carryover from the 2023 model year, where it did receive just a few small changes, which I'll point out here on the inside. Now in front of the driver, you're going to find a fully digital gauge cluster, believe it or not. This was a change they made for 2023, but you only have a small 4.2-inch configurable display in the center here on the right side of the steering wheel. So the blue section, as well as the speedometer and tachometer on the left and right respectively, are not configurable, but that small display in the center can be changed using the steering wheel buttons. Has all of your usual trip information, MPG, odometer in the far bottom corner, as well as outside ambient temperature. There you can put your navigation up here. You have your tire pressure, and of course some of your safety systems can be changed and used through that small display as well. Now speaking of that blue accented exterior, that will change with the drive mode. So if you put it in sport, you can see it goes red accents, and then normal of course goes back to blue. Coming back to the steering wheel, this is going to be a leather wrapped steering wheel, not heated, but it does have the nice white accent stitching to match some of the other materials throughout the interior. Here's the dark gray metallic finish on the bottom, chrome Hyundai logo. On the left side, you have your audio multimedia controls. On the right side, you have your regular cruise control. This does not have lane follow assist, but does have lane keeping assist, which I'll mention here in a second. There's your automatic headlights with auto high beam assist, regular wiper stock. To the left of the steering wheel, you do have your gauge dimming as well as traction control off. And then above that, some of the white accents around the vents, and then leads into your textured dashboard. And of course, that does match the center section of the dashboard as well. Now coming over here to the infotainment system, this does have the 8-inch built-in navigation infotainment, which means it does lose wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay capability. That is found on the base SC as well as the SEL without navigation. You do get your Hyundai driver profiles up top. Built-in navigation, like I said, so it still supports wired Android Auto, wired Apple CarPlay. It does have Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs as well. Overall, very easy to use, just a little bit smaller than Hyundai's new traditional screens on some of their other vehicles, but still very high resolution, and it does have that Blue Link Plus capability, so you can use the smartphone app to remote start and control some of the other vehicle settings. Now below that, you have a large volume and power knob, and then your smaller tune knob on the right side. All of your physical buttons to control that infotainment system, your hazard, passenger airbag, sensor alert light over there. Single zone automatic climate control on the SEL and higher. There's your front and rear defrosts. Below that, your wireless charging pad. Very nice to see in this price point of vehicle. One USB-A data port and one USB-C charge only port. Believe it or not, this was actually one of the first Hyundai vehicles to get any sort of USB-C back in, I believe, either the 2022 or 2023 model year. And there is a 12 volt in the middle. Heated front seats, 3-stage, very nice as well. There's your drive mode select, already showed it. Manual e-brake, 2 large cup holders. Here's your older Hyundai proximity key fob, but you can see it still does have a remote start built into the key fob, which is very, very nice. Nice soft touch padded armrest. A little bit of additional storage inside, and it does slide, as you can see, by pulling that lever right there and pulling the entire thing forward. So that's a feature that not a lot of people out there realize, but this does have the sliding armrest version. Up top, you'll find a lighter gray headliner, vanity illumination, manual dimming into your rearview mirror, overhead incandescent lighting, blue link. Here's your Google Map POI search, SOS, as well as a built-in microphone. But yeah, that's a quick look at the interior here in the front seat. As you can see, a pretty basic layout, but has all of your necessary creature comforts. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the back seat, see what the one change is out there, and of course continue on to the cargo capacity. Now take a look at the back seat of the Hyundai Venue. This is going to be mostly unchanged from the previous models with one small exception. Starting out here on the door panel, some of the materials will fall through from the front, believe it or not. So you do have the same soft touch leatherette armrest with the white accent stitching. The rest of the door panel is going to be just the hard black plastic. A little bit of additional bottle storage down below, and there is your gray accented door handle pull. Seating materials are going to be the same as the front as well. So cloth inserts, leatherette material on the outside. Step in height is going to be fairly easy, although it is a little bit on the smaller side, especially compared to the all-new Kona. But there is a quick look at the dashboard. And then coming out back, the one change in terms of amenities is going to be the USB-C charge ports found on the SEL and Limited. So this is a nice addition. This was not formerly available, but now rear seat occupants can charge their devices from the back seat, and there is a little bit of storage down below. There's the one cargo net on the passenger seat, nothing here on the driver's side. You do not have a center armrest, but the seats are going to fold down 60-40 split. They do not recline, of course, and there's really not too many other amenities as far as that goes. But in terms of rear seat space, behind my rough driving position, I would say have about an inch of legroom, so it is fairly tight. Plenty of footroom down below. And in terms of headroom, because this vehicle is more of a boxy shape, I would say have at least 2 inches of headroom. So really not too bad in terms of comfort, but you really do notice the smaller size versus the all-new 2024 Kona, which I do have several videos here on the channel. Now in terms of cargo capacity behind the second row seats, this does have an electronically actuated liftgate, but no power liftgate. Behind the second row, you will find the privacy cover, the hard type one right there, which you can store behind the second row seats, just like the all-new Kona. Very cool small touch. On the left side, you do have an incandescent light, baggage hook, a little bit of additional storage space, and on the right, much of the same. You can see some of the accessories that this one has. Believe it or not, they do offer a rear seat cup holder, and this just simply sits on the floor, kind of between them on either side, just behind the rear center console. And this kind of adds just a foam cloth insert with 2 cup holders. Very strange item, but nice to have as an accessory. Beneath the floor, you will find the temporary spare tire on all Hyundai Venues with your roadside toolkit. There is a lot of additional storage beneath the floor, so very nice to see, and it is nice to have that storage capability for this car cover that slides in these notches right there on either side. Of course, this is going to be very small because it is a small subcompact vehicle, really one of the smallest new vehicles currently offered on the market that is not a sedan. But once you do fold the seats down, you will have a decent amount of car capacity, and it's fairly usable on a day-to-day basis. But anyways, wrapping up here on the passenger front seat, all of the materials are going to fall through from the driver's side. You do have a 4-way manual passenger seat, so no height adjustment. And there's a better look at the dashboard. It does have a small cutout right above the glove box, a little parcel shelf. Glove box is not going to be damped, nor does it have any illumination inside. We can see it is a very usable size. There's your owner's literature and stuff like that inside it. But yeah, that's a quick look at the interior of the Venue Limited. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular vehicle, and then go ahead and wrap up this video. Underneath the hood of every Venue, you're going to find the same 1.6 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine paired to an IVT type transmission. This puts out 121 horsepower and 113 pound-feet of torque only through the front wheels, as all-wheel drive is not going to be available. So overall, a fairly fuel-efficient vehicle here in the Venue, but of course there are going to be many more fuel-efficient options from the hybrid and some of the gas-only versions in their larger vehicles, such as that of the Hyundai Elantra and of course the all-new Kona. So that's pretty much going to do it for my quick walk-around tour of the 2024 Hyundai Venue Limited. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the channel, these videos. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to check out some other Hyundai content I have, not only here from the Venue models, but across the Hyundai lineup and other manufacturers as well, as I have a ton of videos and ton of content for you guys to check out. But anyways, as far as my quick thoughts here on the 2024 Venue, well, after sitting back inside of this vehicle, after spending a ton of time with pretty much every new Kona trim level currently offered on the market, you definitely see why this vehicle may be on its last leg. And I did mention this earlier this year or late last year, is that I really did believe the Venue was kind of on its way out, given Hyundai was not refreshing or giving the Venue an all-new generation. You really won't find some of these features in the Kona lineup until you hit that $30,000 mark, depending if you get front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. But of course, the Kona SEL for around $28,000 to $29,000, including all-wheel drive, is going to have several of the features found in this vehicle. So, if you can swing the extra, $2,000 to $3,000, depending on if you want front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, the Kona certainly has a value proposition as well, and a few of these items are actually found in the base Kona SE for just over $25,000. So at that point, you're maybe $1,000 to $1,500 difference. So the Kona is certainly going to be what I see the replacement for this vehicle, even though it doesn't have a cheaper alternative where this vehicle currently starts right around $20,000. The Kona doesn't start until $25,000. Hence why the Elantra is going to be the cheapest model if this does go away in the Hyundai lineup. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. Let me know your thoughts on the Hyundai Venue here in the limited trim down in the comment section below. Do you think there's still a place in the market for this vehicle, or is it kind of, run its course? Let me know your opinion down in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate the support here on the channel and hope to see you guys in the next one.